Gail. I am 48 years old and I am 18 years positive HIV. I am the director of Mount Lebanon Baptist Church HIV Outreach Services, and my door is always open to anyone, family, friends, neighbors, who have any questions regarding HIV.
When you were first diagnosed, what kind of support, if any, did you get from your family and friends?
Well, I was raised as a Jehovah's Witness, and because I'm not a Jehovah's Witness, I really don't have a relationship with my biological family. But my best friend, her family adopted me more or less. Okay. So they were my best form of support, as well as my children. I have at the time I had a 7-year-old and a 9-year-old. But to this day, they root for me for everything.
When you were diagnosed, did you know how you contracted the disease or from whom you contracted it from?
I didn't know from whom. You can get HIV either from drug abuse or from unprotected sex. I never did drugs, so I knew I contracted it from unprotected sex. Unfortunately, I didn't know from whom because I trusted everybody I had sex with. So, no, I didn't know from whom.
So what made you decide to go get the test?
Before I started any relationship, before I became intimate in a relationship, I always suggested to my partner, let's go get tested. So that's what I did. We didn't get tested together. I went to my doctor and they went to their doctor. And when I found out I was HIV positive, then I went and I told my partner-to-be what my results were.
Okay, and how was that person's reaction to you?
They made it seem like it really wasn't a problem, that they loved me and that they would be there for me. But it ended up being one of my most abusive relationship, because it was abusive emotionally, and that they would tell me that I was dirty, nobody would want me, and they were able to do whatever they wanted with whoever they wanted, and I should just be really happy that they were there for me.
Wow.
So, yes.
So when you were first diagnosed, did mental health therapy come along with the diagnosis, or that's something you had to seek out for yourself?
Well, when I was diagnosed, that was like 18 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I was seeing my primary care doctor, who was not familiar with HIV at all. I was his very first patient who had HIV. Mm. So it was a learning experience for him too. So he had to ask other doctors on how to treat me, and there was no mental health whatsoever. So I went into a form of depression. Mm-hmm. And then my doctor found out that Chase Braxton, which is a well-known hospital here, he would be a better suit for me. Mm. So I transferred to Chase Braxton, who specialized in HIV care and treatment. They put me into therapy. They had therapists there, mm-hmm. So I was in therapy with them. They always tried to get me to go to support groups, but I was never a fan of support groups. But I did. I went to a couple of support groups and stopped immediately each time I went to them, because at that time the people that I saw there were sick. Mm. And they had oxygen masks on. And for someone newly diagnosed to go to a support group and that's what you see, that's not really encouraging. So, no, I just stuck with my therapist, and to this day I go to therapy once, sometimes twice a month.